Hey, how's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with eTrailer.com, and today we're taking a look at the WaySafe 180 adjustable ball mount. This guy is made of aluminum, and it gives you a 6-inch drop-in or 7-inch rise, and rated all the way up to 18,500 pounds. Now, when you go with a ball mount that's an adjustable ball mount, it helps solve the issue of getting that right height as far as matching up with your coupler to give you a nice even ride as you're pulling your trailer or camper. Now, when you have an adjustable ball mount, it also gives you the flexibility of pulling a lot of different items. So let's take a closer look at our WaySafe ball mount and see what it does for us. So you may notice right away that our ball mount is constructed of aluminum. It's actually made from 6061 T6 billet aluminum. Now, what that means for you is going to offer superior corrosion resistance and give you a nice service life, basically living that life of abuse as an adjustable ball mount. Your ball for your top here that I have set up is the 2 5/16 ball, and it's rated right at 18,500 pounds. Your 2-inch ball is rated right at 8,000 pounds. As far as your maximum tongue weight is right at 2,200 pounds, so you just want to be aware of that when you're loading and going up and down the road. As far as the security for your ball mount, it actually has a rubber cover that's going to help keep the water and moisture out of your lock assembly. And it goes on really tight, and I'm really impressed with how well it fits around the lock. And you're gonna have this lock right here to secure your pins. Now, as far as the adjustment on your balls, you have a 1-inch adjustment going up or down, and you also have a 7-inch drop or a 6-inch rise. So we can just take this guy off here, and I'll flip it to my 2-inch and say I have a little bit lower coupler. We're gonna drop it down here, and we're gonna re-secure it with our key. Now you're gonna get 2 keys to go with your lock, and there's a number to it. So you'd be able to take note of what that key number is if you ever needed to replace it. And when you have these round style barrel type keys, this is what you're gonna find on firearms cases and handcuffs. These are really pick resistant, so they're gonna give you an extra measure of security. Speaking of security, you actually don't have a pin and clip or lock that comes with it. So I usually suggest going with our eTrailer 5/8 diameter pin for your 2.5-inch receiver. This is going to give you that additional security to make sure that your ball mount stays right in the position that you want whenever you need it. In my time here at eTrailer, I found that more times than not, when your ball mount comes up missing is due to the fact that it wasn't secured in an area where you're not familiar. So you definitely want to make sure you're locking your things down and keeping everything secured. Today I'm doing our demo on a 2017 Chevy Silverado 2500. It's an LTZ model, and you can kind of see here that even with our trunk down, our tailgate down, we're not in any risk of making contact with our tailgate. One thing you want to consider that is just the fit on this particular vehicle. You want to make sure that you're measuring for your setup. So getting a measurement off of where our ball is going to give us our maximum height, that puts you right at 11.5 inches. And if you were to flip this into the drop, it's going to be right around the same. You just want to be cautious when you have that lower position as far as going up steep inclines or driveways, just to make sure you're not making contact. But generally on a truck sitting this high off the ground, you're going to be okay. Now, as far as your measurement from the center of your pinhole to the center of your ball, at the closest hole, you're at 8.5 inches, and then from the farthest hole you're at 9 5/8 inches. So that's going to just kind of give you an idea as far as how far away you're going to be from your pin, and that's, as far as that spacing, will vary as far as where your receiver is installed on your particular truck. Now, as far as the pinhole itself, this guy is a 5/8 diameter, so it's going to use most types of pins that'll work for your 2.5-inch receiver. Overall, WaySafe does a great job of making products that are going to give you solid reliability and have a really good reputation of being reliable. The aluminum construction is going to be nice and lightweight, while you're still giving you a lot of capacity, being rated at 18,500 pounds. So again, this is Ed with eTrailer.com, taking a look at the WaySafe 180 aluminum adjustable ball mount. Have a great day.